this can make you another 100 grand next year, this exact video. If you sell new cars and you want to use social media to get more people to reach out to you, right in front of you is the exact strategy that I have some people using that is selling them an extra 30, 40 cars a month. Some people are selling 5, 6 cars a month, but yes, we have actual students. Maybe we can bring them up on the screen here. Corey creates car deals, Sean seals deals, and these guys work in the same building. We have a bunch of other clients, but Sean sold like 25 cars a month for 4 months straight using this strategy. And Corey's using a great strategy like this and some other things. And I think this month he's going to sell 50 cars just for TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. So let me break this down. This is a little complex. If you're new to social media, I don't even know if I'd recommend starting here, but like if you're a seasoned veteran, you understand your OEM incentives, you understand SEO, and I came up with the term like VSEO, video search engine optimization, where people are now looking things up on TikTok and Instagram, and then they're looking things up on Google, and it's redirecting them back to TikTok or Instagram. This is going to help you just get more people to reach out to you. Well, look at the top here. Think of each one of these blocks as a different video. Let me move myself here. OEMs, contents, incentive flows. See, so many people do this so wrong. They do just like a generic one video about all the incentives, and you can do that, and you should, but let me explain why you don't want to I'm going to use Ford for the example. This works for all OEMs. So if you're selling Ford, well, Ford has a lot of models, and people that are looking up F-150s aren't looking up Ford Escapes, and people that are looking up Ford Escapes probably aren't looking Broncos. They're just all different buyers. So if you make just one all-encompassing video that talks about all the incentives that are available for Ford in just one long 2-minute, 3-minute long video, you're not going to rank when people look this up. Now, you still should make that video because there are people who would just look up Ford incentives and maybe watch your whole video, and that's what this is for. So think of it like this, though. Every quarter, every month, every other month, your incentives change. Every OEM is completely different. But you need to make a video just literally talking about the incentives. People aren't reading magazines. People aren't going to read articles on websites. People aren't reading the mailers and the flyers and clicking through your website to find all this. People are just going to social media and watching a 1-minute long or 2-minute long video to get the information they want. That is just what people are doing more than ever today, and more than ever even going on. Things don't go away. Things come in stronger, and people are going to continue doing this. So you start with your just one all-encompassing video. But what's really important is now you do a multifaceted approach, and you do your specific models. Now, all of these are the same for each model, but let me explain before we go into the different types of videos you're going to make. Is this really, really important? Is some people are going to look up Ford Escape deals, Ford F-150 deals, Ford Bronco incentives. And people are going to look that up. And if you make just this one video at the top here, you're not going to come up. You might come up under a Ford deal search, but you want to dominate the search. Think, what are people looking up? And will my video pop up if they're looking that up? That is exactly what you want. So we'll just kind of go down all of these are the same rabbit hole. But let's go to the Ford F-150. So a model-specific incentive video. You should probably just do multiple approaches to this because the F-150 might have lease deals, finance deals, and maybe even cash deals. So do you think a customer could possibly look at F-150 cash deals, F-150 lease deals, F-150 finance deals? So you want to dominate with just making a generic video on each subject. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I recommend following our blueprint that we talk about in our consultation, mentorship, training program we have. But you want to start with a strong hook, something like Ford has lost their mind this quarter with their new lease incentive. Ford has changed the game with the new rates they've dropped. Man, Ford hasn't done rates like this in a long time. Hey, Ford's new rates are killer. Here's what they are. And here's where so many people go so wrong. They don't think the incentives are good, so they don't promote them. And it's like, bro, you're going to sell a car at these incentives. Like, that's your job. So, yeah, maybe the new incentives aren't as good as last quarter's incentives. They're still the incentives, and you still should present them with energy and excitement. Hey, Ford's new incentives this month are absolutely ridiculous. Let's talk about what they are. So many salespeople get like poo-poo mindset. Well, last month at least for $5.99, and now it's $6.49. That's terrible. Nothing you can do to change it. That's just what they are. The rates went up 1%. You're still going to sell them at these numbers. They're going to get sold. So you have to do what you have to do and sell the car. So you want to make model-specific incentive videos. Now you do this for the Ford Escape, Ford Bronco, Ford Mach-E, and there's more Fords as just an example. So you do all these model-specific incentive videos after you do this one. But where you want to take it up a notch is either, some people just aren't funny and good at, acting, quote unquote. So like the skits we have people do where you're pretending and kind of being funny. The skits are super powerful. I'll see if I can dig it up. We'll be able to put it on here.
I'm going to get a good deal on a truck today, but I'm going to make that salesman give me 0% interest.
Okay, this looks like a really good deal, but I know my customer's tired of paying interest, so let's see how this goes.
But this skit right here, one of my students made in Alabama, they literally sold a car like an hour after posting it. Like someone saw it. It was a skit about 0% interest. Customer comes in. It was rooted in the incentive. If you don't have a funny bone in your body or don't want to act or just want to not get other people involved in your video and do it yourself, you can do story content. And this can also be testimonial style content too. You can kind of, do both angles or one or the other. And this is the type of content where you're going to just hold your phone and tell a story. Man, we just had a customer come in and bought an F-150, and I'll tell you exactly why they did it. Because you have 6.9 for 72, 5.9, whatever it is. Just relate it back to the incentive. Now, if you're a go-getter, you'll relate this back to all of the incentives. And you don't actually have to sell the car. Remember that. Maybe your coworker sold somebody a lease. Maybe he sold 3 people. You can use your coworker stories to build your brand as well. Man, my coworker just sold 4 cars to the same family, all because of the F-150 incentive. Let's talk about it. I mean, be creative. Use imagination. But I really would recommend the skits. The skits do amazing, but you can also do the story content. Now remember, we're doing this for all of the models. But do I like the skit? Because the skit, you're not trapped into somebody actually buying the car because you don't want to make story content and lie. Lying certainly is not good. And when you make this content, so now you've made 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7 videos times 1, 2, 3, 4, 28 videos. Oh my gosh, Russ, that's a lot. Well, if you're selling 10 cars a month, you should have time to make as many videos as necessary. And there's a whole different conversation. I'm just trying to give you guys some knowledge here. But we have people that are selling 50 cars a month, posting 4 times a day. So I'm sure you could find the time in your super busy schedule to make this work. And I misspelled answering now that I see this, but answering viewer comments. So what does that look like? People are going to comment on these videos. You just posted hopefully 28 times, maybe more. Obviously, Ford has more models than this. Some of you guys only have 4 models. When I worked at Lincoln, we had 4 models. But now you're going to answer the comments. And that's super easy to do on TikTok or Instagram. You hit reply and reply with a video. And then you address their concern. Oh, man, they should just lower the price instead of doing 0%. Answer it. Hey, a lot of you guys think Ford should just lower the price instead of 0%. Well, here's how much money 0% saves you if you were to finance. It'd save you $18,000 over 6 years versus 6.9. Now, I get it if you're paying cash, that doesn't mean a whole lot to you. But what it could do is you could take your money that you would actually just pay cash for it, take the 0% for 48 months, 60 months, 72 months, and invest that, make a 6% spread, and you're actually making money. So it actually would save you money even if you were planning to pay cash. And you kind of have to be smart to make that video. You're going to have to be thoughtful, and that's just one example of the comments. Man, Ford's only doing a $2,500 rebate. They should be doing a $5,000 rebate. Answer that comment. Hey, we've had a lot of customers really appreciate Ford's $2,500 incentive cash, but some of you guys think it should be more. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Ford should just do $5,000? I mean, we're doing really good with the $2,500, but do you think it should be $5,000? You start doing this for the F-150 lease and finance. You start doing this for the Ford Escape and so forth. You'll never run out of content ideas. That is literally my pet peeve. People are like, oh, I'm out of content ideas. I don't know what to post about, Russ. Dude. Now, if you sell used cars, I'm sorry, this video is not for you. But this is a genius strategy that we have people using to sell so many cars. And then you're going to get more visibility. More people are going to see you, and then they're going to associate you with the vehicle. I don't know. I mean, this can make you another $100,000 next year, this exact video. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, man, Russ, that was actually pretty smart. I never thought of doing it like this. This is one of the hundreds of strategies that we give out inside our private mentorship. I have weekly coaching calls. We go super in-depth on things like this. This is just one of the things we spun up about 5 months ago that we've been issuing out. This is the first time I'm really publicly releasing it. And it's just an extremely bulletproof strategy if you sell new cars to ensure you never run out of content. We have students who do this and more. Talk about our negative equity strategy. Talk about our bad credit strategy. Talk about how to get good credit people in your door. How to get volume people. Maybe you're a volume store. Maybe you're a growth store. Maybe you want to make more gross. There's strategies for all of that. I've been doing this for 7 years. So if you're like, man, I want more, Russ, click the link below. Apply for our private mentorship. We don't accept everyone. It's just not always a good fit. Not everyone's willing to commit. Sometimes it's just not right timing. Sometimes you're too new to the game. If you haven't been in car sales for a while, this might not all make sense to you, so we don't want to be throwing stuff at you that you're just not ready for. You need to, you need to probably focus more on your meet and greet than an OEM incentive content flow for sure. But if you think you're ready to take it to the next level of your content, hit the link below, apply for the mentorship. Regardless, though, I think you should be promoting the cars you're selling, the OEMs. Everything should be getting promoted at your dealership. Everything is content. As long as it's not bad and negative about your dealership, it's all content. So I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching this video. And for more content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button.